welcome to Trim the Fat, a podcast designed to help you on your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual journey. It's going to touch your mind, your body, and your soul. We're here to talk about some of our fears, our anxieties, and our traumas that keep us stuck, the fat. I'm Rhonda Garner, Dr. Rhonda Garner. I'm a mom and I'm a pharmacist, but most of all, I'm just a person that wants to live her best life. And how do we do that? By trimming the fat. Today we have my first guest, and it's Tina B from Lotus Fitness. And we'll be talking about all things self-care to help us live our best life. Tina?
Hi,
I'm so glad you're here.
I am too.
I'm happy and excited to talk about some of the things that you can help me and some of our other friends with.
Yes, definitely.
So I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing.
Okay, I'm Tina B, as you said, a certified personal trainer. I'm currently back in online training to become a certified nutritionist. I became a personal trainer because I wanted to educate people on the importance of moving their body. And a lot of people don't know exercise is like literally a healer. You know, we just want to eat potato chips, sit on the couch and watch TV, and that's not it. Like literally physical inactivity and low fitness levels are an open door to chronic illness, chronic diseases. If we simply moved our body 30 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days a week, you're lowering your blood pressure, you're combating the effects of type 2 diabetes, and you're just simply moving your body. You know, you're getting active. So I'm just looking for resilient people, resilient women who life has just been lifing with them. And they want to rebuild their confidence through health and fitness.
So wait a minute. You said don't sit on the couch and eat the potato chips. I watch Netflix sometimes when I'm stressed out.
Get you some almonds and some yogurt.
So, okay, yogurt, I could do that. Okay, so I'm glad you talked about that, because some of the things that hit us as Black women and some, men too, is blood pressure and diabetes.
Exactly.
But also just staying stagnant or sedentary. So when we think about how can we get out those motions, like we do these things as a habit now, because that's what sometimes it feels good. We don't have time to go work out. We don't have time, or we don't have friends in the area, or we just don't have anything to do. So like, what's your go-to feel good self-care type of thing that you can talk about?
The gym is one. Literally, like I love the gym. I see a transformation in myself from the inside out when I'm working out, and the results of me working out are just the cherry on top of the whipped cream on top of the icing on the cake. You know, I will go sit at the park. I love sitting at Shelby Farms watching the sunset. You know, being outside, it helps with certain hormone levels. It's a stress reliever for me. I love skating.
Oh, I do too.
Roller skating. I love it. I can't get to it as like I want to because I'm in school and, I'm single, 2 kids, trying to finagle that or whatever. But I love skating. So those are my self-care.
I wanted to do skating for my birthday this time. So maybe we can plan something.
Yes, they have classes here in the city.
Okay, well, let's find out.
Yes, we will.
But skating is good. But I want to talk more about the gym. I like going to the gym too. What about when there's just not enough time? We think there's not enough time in the day. I don't have a gym membership. I don't have the money, and I want to be, pulling out that money for the gym, because some people think that. They say, okay, I don't want to do a gym. I can walk around the block. That's moving your body, but I love going to the gym too. I love being in that environment, and I love having an accountability partner too. But what do we do if we just can't get to the gym?
I think that's an excuse, and I'm about to step on a few toes, but it's okay. We make time for what we want to make time for. You mean to tell me that you can't carve out 30 minutes of your day? You can't go to Marshall's and buy a $5.99 jump rope, sit outside and do 1,000 jump ropes, 500 jump ropes, 300 jump ropes, to just literally move your body? You can't sit in place and do 100 jumping jacks, like something to get you active. Now I get it if you can't afford a gym membership. Been there, done that. They have parks. Shelby Farm has it's like a cute little mini gym at the park. You're outside. Yeah, like Ottoman Park used to have one where you can do sit-ups or you can do, certain things or whatever. Like, it's an excuse. We make time for what we want to make time for. We spend money on fast food. I know for me, I could spend $100 easily on fast food in a week.
Fast food. Yeah, it depends.
And just think about the people who was always on the go, and you have to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in fast food. And you mean to tell me you can't shell out $30 a month for a gym membership? Mm-hmm. Or I'll do you one better. You can shell out $100 a week for fast food, but you can't pay $275 a month for unlimited training sessions. Mm. It's all about how bad you want it.
Okay.
You know?
Step on some toes. So listen, so you talked about 30 minutes. So why do you say 30 minutes? Because I know what I think about the time that you have to put into working out and what it does for your body, your brain, your everything, the hormones you release and what you excrete. Mm-hmm. But why do you say at least 30 minutes? Like, why do we have to do that?
That's just being generous, I say, because my sessions are an hour. Even when I work out with my trainer, even when I'm training myself, it's an hour. But all you need is 100, and to combat the chronic illnesses that I'm speaking of, all you need is 150 minutes a week. Mm. So you chop that down to 30 minutes, because sometimes when you go to a newbie and say, hey, I need you to work out an hour and a half. Mm-mm. No. That's not, I'm not going to say it's not feasible, because it is. But if you tell me, I just need you to move 30 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days a week, I can do that. Mm-hmm. You can walk around your neighborhood for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. You can jump rope for 30 minutes. You can do some squats and some jumping jacks for 30 minutes. You're literally just trying to get your heart pumping and that blood flowing through your body.
So let me tell you, you said move your body. Now we're going to have some people that listen to this podcast and say, I don't have to do any of that. I move my body other ways. I do other things that actually make me feel good 2 ways. So how can we say this? Some people gonna say that.
You're right.
So
you're right.
What can we say? Like, that's also an excuse, and that's also saying, just passing it along. But what is that a form of exercise?
Yes, anything that gets it's not. It can be a form of cardio if your heart rate gets to that point. The thing about exercising is putting your heart rate in those. So you have the fat burn, you have the cardio zone, and I know I should know this, but there's a zone beyond that, I believe. If you're getting into the fat burn and the cardio zone, that's moving your body. Mm-hmm. That's lowering your blood pressure. That's if you come. Now, here's the thing. You have to put it with nutrition. Mm-hmm. Like Sonny and Cher, nutrition and working out. Okay. They both go hand in hand. Like you can have one without the other, but the benefits of the both of them when they're together are amazing.
So when I talk to people about exercising, because I'm not as good, I'm not consistent. Mm-hmm. That's my goal, to be consistent. I go. So I'll go 5 days straight, and then it'll be another 5 days I don't go. Mm-hmm. Or I'll go for a whole month, 3 to 4 times a week. Mm-hmm. And then something will happen. Life will life, and I won't be able to get there like I want to. So I have that. I'll feel the reward like you talked about. And that's one thing I talk about when I'm trying to, how it's so rewarding is those things that it's making you feel. Dopamine, which... Dopamine,
you're lowering cortisol,
and then you build in serotonin. Mm-hmm. Those are reasons why people they take medicines in place of working out. So at the same time, you might be helping and treating yourself, but you're not really treating yourself, because you want to move, you want to get active, and you want to have that cardio effect. But the reward, people don't understand that the reward from dopamine, that's why you're kind of chasing a little high when you're doing this. Mm-hmm. So what's better? Like, how can we pass or get the information out there, or just like when you train somebody and say, okay, I know you probably, and some people have to take medicine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do we say you have to work out, you should work out, it's going to make you feel even better?
Right. So it's just about, to me, it's just about educating them. Like how, that's something I'm so passionate about. My movement is called Did You Move Today? Mm-hmm. If you follow me on Instagram, you see in my stories every day, did you move today? I think it's lack of knowledge that people don't know. Like, oh, well, if I actually work out, I can get off these blood pressure medication. Yes. What's your driving force? I know for me, I like looking good when I put my clothes on. Mm-hmm. That, when you look good, you feel good about yourself. When you have that extra weight on you, it's holding you down, and you're fatigued all the time. For instance, life been lifing with me for the last 2 to 3 weeks. I gained 8 to 9 pounds. I walked in the gym and my trainer was like, and before she could even say it,
She noticed.
Which any good trainer will, if if you're training your people right or whatever. But I was like, girl, I done gained 8 to 9 pounds. She was like, yeah, I'm looking at you when you walk through the door.
Though.
It's okay. But the thing is, I got comfortable in my mess.
Okay.
You know, sometimes we get comfortable in our thoughts and we eat. We get comfortable in our anxiety. Did you know that our mind knows that the anxiety is our comfort zone? So even if you're not in your anxiety moment, your mind tries to put you back there. So it's like a cycle. So how are you going to break the cycle? For me, I got tired of gaining all that weight. Like having to buy clothes, being out of breath. Like, again, what's your driving force? So when I gained those 8 pounds, yeah, it's okay. But how long you going to sit there, Shatina? No, get your ass, get up, you know, and let's get back to it. Like, how are you going to educate people on moving their body when you're the one who, when you're sitting here eating cookies and chips and, you know. So at the end of the day, hey, you're human. Dust yourself off, get back in the race. It's not a race, it's a marathon.
Okay.
Sometimes we running so fast. Ooh, girl, I'm finna go on this trip. No, it's a lifestyle.
Ooh.
Let's change the thought of summertime coming, because a lot of people, first of the year, new year. No, first of the year starts now. It's a lifestyle change for me. So I am my own motivation sometimes. If I need motivation, I go to my trainer's page. I'll go to other fitness people in the industry page, and I'm like, I need some motivation. What I'm going to do?
I can't tell you, since following you and you've been doing this, you have helped me go to I'm like, okay, let me get on Instagram and I see, oh, she went to the gym and she said, did I move my body today? Nope, I didn't. So I'll go. I said, okay, let me get my butt up. I'm not doing anything. My baby's gone. You know, she's gone somewhere. So let me go to the gym. And so you have actually inspired me to go.
Thank you.
I need to tell you more. But yeah, so I know you inspire some other people to get up and move their body. But here, you talked about this. You said when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you can, you have a different energy. So it's all about like getting to that happy. Like, and so a lot of people that talk about getting to happy, they think that they're supposed to get that from somebody else, or get that you looking outside, or looking for love in all the wrong places, and trying to find different things to make you happy when you have the wherewithal to make your own self happy. So again, like, what I know you talked about healing too. So like, what's some things that, because healing can make you happy. Or happier.
Healing can make you sad too.
Healing, you got to go through the sadness, so you got to confront it. So what's some of the things that you've done in your healing journey to try to get to a happy? I know working out is one, but what's one of the main things that you can contribute to getting to Tina's happy?
Therapy helps. Reading has been life-changing for me. There's a book called The Mountain Is You by Brianna Weiss. And The Untethered Soul, I don't know that author's name, but those books were life-changing for me. And I was looking for happiness in my significant other. Inevitably, we're not together anymore, but I had to learn, like, what is happiness? My therapist asked me, he said, who are you? So I started naming all of these things, and I'm this. He said, no, I'm not talking about who your situation created you to be or your atmosphere. Who is Shatina Brooks? I didn't know. There was an answer I couldn't answer. So through my healing journey, I've been searching, who is Shatina? Who is Tina B? And I find happiness in who I'm becoming.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to make me cry.
I'm falling in love with who I'm becoming, because at first I didn't like myself. I never knew that I didn't like, or forget like, I didn't love me. And that was heartbreaking for me, to find out, I don't love myself. No, you don't. Because you wouldn't settle for certain things that you would settle for. I didn't even know what I was worth.
Okay.
Holding on to things because I felt like I didn't deserve better.
Why do we do that? We do that.
And it's just from trauma. Like, how we grew up, how our parents did or didn't show up for us, you know? And I'm not saying I got it all figured out, because healing is not linear. This is going to be a lifelong journey for me, because I think I've gotten over something. Oh, somebody touched that spot.
Yep.
Ooh, that trigger. The trigger muff. You know?
It is.
But it illuminates what still needs to be healed.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just falling in love with that. To answer your question, my happiness comes from falling in love with me and who I'm becoming.
Man, I love that. I love that. So for me, so I won't go into all of that because we will get so teary-eyed.
Ooh.
But it's a beautiful thing when we can confront those things. We can take accountability for it, and we can actually say, instead of trying to blame somebody else for us being sad or mad or not being where we need to be in life, or comparing ourselves to others, we got to look somewhere like for us. And not, like what you said something that a lot of people, we sit with it for a minute and we leave it alone. We say, okay, yeah, I'm going to talk about this with myself now, but then I'm going to leave it alone because I don't really want to get to where I'm feeling. Like, you don't want to, when you start feeling uncomfortable, you say, okay, I did enough already. I don't want to do that. And so that's why therapy, I think, is good, because I've been there. Therapy will help us, like, okay, if you don't do the work, you really ain't going to get nowhere. They're not there to fix us, but they're there to help us fix ourselves.
Exactly.
And we got to find our right person. But sitting with that to see what about that situation, that person, my acts made me continue to stay unhealthy. And when I'm talking about unhealthy, I'm talking about the relation, like the emotional unhealthy now. And that all plays with physical unhealthy.
Yes, ma'am, because what do you do when you're unhealthy or you're in that mind frame? You eat. For me, I eat. Food is my comfort. Chocolate is my comfort. Cake, cookies, ice cream, etc. All of the above. All of above. You know, that's a hard thing to look in the mirror at yourself, and you have to sit with that uncomfortable feeling. I had to learn to stop running from myself. So I felt that uncomfortable feeling come. Oh, let me call one of my little cousins.
Yes.
Who available? What y'all doing? Oh, I'm finna come over there. I'm finna go drink, get high, or do whatever I want. But guess what? When you're done with all of that,
still there.
You got to come back to that same place, baby.
It's still
and you
there.
Still got to deal with it. So you got to get tired of that cycle. I was tired of this cycle because I'm stagnant. How can I move forward? How can I persevere? How can I call myself saying I want to help women become resilient as I am, but I'm sitting in my mess? So I had to put my big girl drawers on and sit in it, let it hurt, let it break. I was at church one night in revival, and God was like, I need you to go back to the first house you had. And I was like, okay, God, I'll go there. I was like, but why? He said, because that's where you were broken at.
Ooh, you gotta go. I
avoided the house for a week. I finally pulled up to the house. Immediately, all of these emotions just started flowing out. And I'm getting ready to pull off because that uncomfortable feeling came. God said, no.
After that, I ain't doing this.
God said, no, I need you to let it break. Let it break. Because you think about a doctor. When you have a broken bone, the doctor doesn't have to do surgery if it's a clean break. God needed my break to be clean. That way my healing, I didn't need surgery. The only thing I had to do was sit in it, feel every emotion. And I'm talking about that sitting with it, that's a pain that you can't take a pill. You can't talk to anybody about it, because guess what? They don't understand what you're going through mentally. Oh, girl, just do this. Oh, girl, just do this.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Girl, that happened to me. You should be fine by now. That. But yeah, no pill, no wine, no Hennessy.
You just got to feel it. And you got to sit with it. And I have moments now to this day, I have to sit with what I'm going through. And I got to process it. Well, what is this? Why is this? What's the root of that? Because if you don't get to the root of it, and you just chop the tree down, right, the root's still down on the inside. No, you have to uproot these things. And when my mental is thrown off, my go-to is them chocolate chip cookies.
Stop!
I'm so serious. Like, So when I start eating like that, I have to check me. She's saying, what's going on with you?
But you can have 1 or 2. Okay, because that's going to make you want
Because
some more.
here's the thing. I was diagnosed with PCOS.
Okay.
And I have the insulin resistant kind.
Okay.
So once I eat those cookies, it shoots my insulin up. So it'll get to the point where my body's like, oh, well, we're not going to lose anyway. We're just going to gain.
We're going to hold on.
We're going to hold on to it. Like you holding on to your problems and not dealing with yourself. We're going to hold on to this fact. Yeah.
Why you do that?
Yeah.
So, okay, I understand, because here's the thing. A lot of us are scared to talk about this stuff with other people too. First of all, it's because we don't feel safe based on past trauma, past hurt, past, distrust. But then you got to give it a chance. When you said persevere through, but you got to be a risk taker. So like right now, with us talking about it, you've touched some things with me. We're like, okay, I ain't thought about that in a minute. But yes, I do. It's some things I have sat with that's gotten me to the place where I was like, okay, I know I'm okay. I'm over that now. I'm going to do better in my next choice or my next decision or my next move forward. I'm going to do better when I have this conversation with myself or with that person. Or I'm going to do better by knowing when to leave the room or knowing when to leave that situation. Because why am I staying in certain situations? I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm saying sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
I'm saying staying friendships, staying local works, relationships.
Yeah.
I can do better. But if we don't, we're going to have that cycle where you're going to feel stressed, you're going to feel depressed, you're going to feel not good enough. And hearing this and hearing things, I think it's all motivation. We are here to help other people. We're here to trigger good emotions too.
True.
So you triggered so many good emotions and thoughts and processes with just sharing some stuff that you talked about. So right now, when you leave and you move forward, I see you got your gym clothes on.
I'm going to the gym. Did you move today, Rhonda?
I moved today, but not 30 minutes.
Okay.
But I am tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to the gym tonight.
As long as we get it done. That's it. I'm going to hold you accountable to that.
But here's the thing. My question, I need some help, and we'll do it off air. But I work out so much. When I do, I was like, okay, I do the things, and I say, okay, I see results other places. But this fupa right here, it don't go nowhere. But what is this about?
It's hormonal.
It's from stress. I stress all day.
So, and again, I'm in nutrition school, so I'll be able to break it down the next time you invite me to your podcast.
Yes, you're coming back.
Cortisol contributes to belly fat.
Okay.
So that's hormonal. When we eat, what's your guilty pleasure food-wise?
Food, I love cake. I love candy.
Sugar. What is sugar? Once our body absorbs enough sugar that it needs, the rest of it is being stored as fat. So one tiny piece, I can't even say one tiny piece of cake, because sugar can come from sweet potatoes. And in addition to that, did you know you could trick your mind? Like when I get into those moments and I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat me a piece of cake or a cookie, I can eat a grape.
Yeah.
It satisfies that sweet tooth or whatever, so you're tricking
that
your
craving.
mind. Yes. So our guilty pleasures are not they're simple carbs. They're not complex. See, complex is the carbs that we need. Now we gravitate to the sugar carbs, because we're addicted.
Yeah, we are. It's so more accessible now. Yes. Everything is so easy.
When you walk to the cash register, why the sneakers got to be right there?
I had a cookie last night. I shouldn't have had
it. It's okay.
But it's okay.
Give yourself grace and compassion.
Okay. Well, good. I'm so glad we had this. You're definitely going to come back, because this is not enough time. However, I want you to tell about your Lotus Healthcare or Lotus Fitness, and I want you to share how they can get in contact with you, talk more to you about whatever we talked about today that triggered something, and share your Instagram and things like that.
So on Instagram, I'm Tina B Lotus. You can text me at 901-612-4548 if you're looking to have a personal trainer. Again, like I said, I got into personal training to just educate people on the importance of moving their body. I literally work out with a 50-year-old woman. I can't remember how old Tanya is exactly, but I remember her 50th birthday was years ago. She can run circles around me. I had an encounter with another 50-year-old woman who she can't walk around me. You know, you see the difference. Tanya moves her body, you know, and I can just go down a rabbit hole with it. But I'm just looking for resilient women who are looking to rebuild their confidence through fitness and through nutrition. So I've created a community with my clients. Ooh, couldn't find the word. But I've created a community with my clients to I'm going to hold you accountable. You know, sometimes trainers, you just give them you give them your money and then it's over with. Like, no, I'm going to hold you accountable because I need to see results. My satisfaction and my happiness is going to come from seeing you transform. And not only just transforming your body, because it starts here first.
It does.
It starts in your mind first. So, yeah, follow me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, Tina B Lotus. Again, my telephone number is 901-612-4548 if you're interested in training with me.
Well, thank you, Tina. I'm so glad you came.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks for listening to our podcast today. You can follow trim_the_fat at Instagram, and we'll have the YouTube channel listed below. Thank you.